Wafula here, attorney Elizabeth Wafula. Guys, it has been so long. Did you miss me? Because I missed you. I really did. It has been a long time since I've come live. And today I'm just here to speak with you guys because it's time, number one. Number two, because I have so many new followers on Instagram, especially on YouTube, on Facebook. Got so many new followers. It is just time for me to get back on here and re-educate people. Because I keep getting the same questions on my Instagram channels, particularly. And it makes me understand that there's a lot of new followers who don't understand what I do. They're like, what is this about? What is VAWA? Or what are you talking about? Do I qualify? And so I have, by the way, I have so many, like 20 videos or more on VAWA on my YouTube channel. If you're not familiar with that, you need to go type immigration helper, one word, IMMIGRATION type immigration helper on YouTube, and you can find a bundle of free information that I give out on YouTube. Particular videos I want y'all to check out. I'm gonna type them here in my comments. Check out this video that I did, 7 things you should know about VAWA, especially if you're new to my channel, guys. I want you to really check out this video. It's gonna let you know a lot of questions you probably have about VAWA. And then after that, after you check out the channel, you can call me for a consultation so I can fully properly screen you to make sure that we're gonna be good to go. Oh, I sent it in message. Hold on. Okay, I think y'all see that. 7 things you should know about VAWA. Check that out on my YouTube channel. Okay, check that out on my YouTube channel. Ooh, wow, it's a lot of followers here. A lot of people here live today. Wow, I caught y'all right at the right time. So my YouTube channel is at Immigration Helper. Okay, Immigration Helper, one word. Check that out. You'll find a bundle, a plethora of YouTube videos that I've done, particularly on VAWA, because this is my number one specialty. And guys, like I've always said, not a lot of immigration lawyers in the country specialize in VAWA, because a lot of clients that I have had other lawyers who never told them about VAWA, never mentioned VAWA, didn't know to even mention VAWA. And even if they had a conversation, a lot of other lawyers tell them things that make me understand, okay, that's an amateur lawyer, an amateur VAWA lawyer. They don't know what they're saying. If you go to an immigration lawyer and they tell you need a police report for VAWA run, they don't know what they're doing. Because a professional VAWA lawyer, any person who does VAWA like crazy, like I do, will tell you, you don't need a police report. You don't need a police report. Which leads me to the topic of this live today, guys. I have 2 questions, 2 common questions I get asked by newbies. Question number 1. Wafula, I've looked at your VAWA videos. I think I qualify, but do I need a police report? Again, even though VAWA stands for Violence Against Women Act, it connotes violence in your mind when you read that word. There's no violence that's required. No physical violence is required. I talk about this on the 7 things you should know about VAWA video on YouTube. You don't need physical violence to win a VAWA application. So therefore, you don't need a police report to win a VAWA application. Okay, are you hearing me loud? Do you hear me? Should I put the volume up, guys? You don't need a police report to win a VAWA application, which is why I have built a practice, or should I say about 98% of the people I help, 98% of my clientele are men. They are men. Because the average man is not abused physically, okay? They might be abused mentally, emotionally, psychologically, but usually not physically. But even without that component, I've been able to win all of my VAWA cases. Never lost one since. So if you're hearing me, whether you're a man or a woman and you're in a toxic marriage and you have an idea that you qualify for VAWA, and what's been holding you back is you've been thinking you need a police report. Can I get the volume up right here and say no? No police report is required, guys. So today is December 17, 2020. If you're hearing me, you know you qualify, and that's the only thing that's been holding you back. I need you to call my office, 901-306-7123. Call now. Schedule a consultation so I can properly screen you for it, because I don't put everything I know about VAWA on YouTube. So I got to actually screen you for it. There's things I actually have to look out for to see if you're going to have any issues with your application, guys. So I'm not going to give everything I know out on YouTube or on these lives. I'm just simply not. And it's just simply too complicated anyway to explain on a live video. Okay. So now on a case by case basis, when you call and schedule a consultation, and then I have time to go through one by one with you, then at the end I can be like, hey, you 100% qualify, and these are your chances of winning. Okay. But I'm not going to give you that on a message. If you send me messages asking me that, I'm not going to give you that on a post. I'm not going to give that on a YouTube channel. That's only given in a consultation. So if you want me to properly screen you for it, make sure you're not going to have any issues. I need you to call my office, schedule a Zoom or phone consultation so I can properly help you. Okay. Again, the question I'm answering is, do I need a police report? Heck no. I was about to say hell no. Heck no. You don't need a police report. I've done it before so many times without a police report. I guarantee you don't need that. So if you go to a lawyer who tells you that you need a police report, or says, hey, I think you may have a good case, but the only problem is your spouse never beat you up, or you don't have any records of him or her beating you up. If somebody tells you that, you need to run. That's the number one indication that you're dealing with an amateur. They don't know what they're doing as it comes to VAWA. Okay? Because again, only a few lawyers in the country are trained on VAWA, and I happen to be one of them. Second thing I want to ask before I jump into the questions on the comments. The second question I want to answer is, people are always asking me, especially on the comment section of my posts, even in consultations, people ask me this. My biggest fear is that, hey, if I file for VAWA, something is going to happen to my spouse. No, 100% no. Hear me out loud. Nothing is going to happen to your spouse. Police is not going to pick her or him up for anything they did. Okay, that's part of the VAWA law. And VAWA has existed. Maybe y'all just starting to hear about it. Maybe I'm just starting to talk about it. But it has existed since the 90s, early 90s. And it has helped so many people since way back when, about 40 years now. So in this 40 years plus, they never, ever prosecute your spouse for anything they did. So if your spouse raped you, they're not going to be prosecuted for it. That's part of the law. So as to encourage you to come forward, okay, and file this VAWA application. It's part of the law. So nothing's going to happen to your spouse if they raped you or beat you, or if they stole money from you physically or indirectly. Whatever they might have done to you that's actually a crime or that's wrong, nothing, absolutely nothing is going to happen to your spouse. So if that's the reason why you've been refusing to file for VAWA, when you know you qualify, when your spouse is not filing for you, or when you know your spouse has told you many times, hey, when I go to that interview, I'm going to mess you up. I'm going to F you up. That's exactly how they talk. I'm going to F you, CK you up. I'm going to F you up when I get to the interview. If your spouse is telling you that and you're not listening, and I'm telling you there's another way out, I don't know what to tell you, because that's when someone keeps telling you that, you better believe them. They say, what's the old quote? When someone shows you who they are, believe them. If your spouse keeps threatening that when they get to the interview, they're going to mess you up, they're going to F you up, my guy, my lady, listen to me. They will do just that. And you don't want a situation where we're filing for VAWA for you in a frantic situation, because at that time you've already been denied. You've been denied your regular marriage-based application. The application your spouse filed for you has been denied because they got to the interview and they messed you up. Either they said something that wasn't true, or they just refuse to give correct answers, whatever it is. Or maybe even they flat out just told the immigration officer, this person is marrying me for papers. Whether it's true or not, the officer is going to believe that. And then guess what? You're going to get a denial letter. And then guess what? Immediately after that, usually these days, they put you into the deportation proceedings. That's a lot of stress. So even though it's not the worst case scenario, and I can still file a VAWA case for you and still save the day for you, guys, you don't want to be in that situation. It's a stressful place to be. And at that point, you're going to be wanting to shoot yourself in the foot and be like, damn, I should have listened to Fuller. Dang, well, Fuller was right. I've been doing this for a long time. And I always tell people, even in my consultations, if your spouse is threatening to do something, they're saying they're going to kill you, you better actually listen and move out of that house. Now, I never advise that you divorce, right? Because marriage is a sacred thing. And that's a personal decision, whether someone should divorce or not. But yeah, I will advise you to get the heck up out that house if your spouse is threatening to kill you. One day they actually will. I mean, I think there was so many situations of people who got killed this year in domestic violence. Guys, I always tell my clients, I can file a green card application for you and get this VAWA application for you, no problem. I mean, I'm just that good these days. And I just know that this is what I'm made to do. One of the things I'm made to do. So anything these hands touch, it prospers. Okay? Even if I have a hard time in the way, anything these hands touch, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, because this is what I was made to do. One of the things I was made to do was to do these VAWA applications. Even though I know it's gonna be well done and you're gonna get this 10-year green card. If you're dead, if you're not alive, when we get the 10-year green card, what's the point? So who's gonna get your green card? If you have children, your children can't get your green card. Yeah. Who's going to use your green card when you're dead? Now, we might have filed for your children. They might get your green card, but who's going to use your green card when you're dead, when you're gone? Guys, if you're listening to me, if you're in a bad situation, your spouse is threatening to kill you. Like like this moment is the time for you to plot a way of getting out of there physically. I'm going to curse. Get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of that house. If your spouse keeps saying, I'm going to kill you. Another thing, if your spouse keeps holding a gun, playing around with the gun and say, oh, you think you're going to leave me? And you're still living in that house? I don't know what to tell you. Because so many people have died this year from domestic violence. It's something that I personally care about. Guys, it's not worth it. So we can talk about VAWA all along and how to get your 10-year green card. But again, my point is you have to be alive to enjoy this, right? You got to be alive to enjoy VAWA. If you're not alive, there's nothing we can do, right? If you're not alive. So my point is make sure you're alive to enjoy your 10-year green card. Okay? So again, the two questions I wanted to address. Do you need a police report? No, absolutely not. Do you need, is anything going to happen to your spouse when you report it? No, absolutely not. And really, I always say that's the last thing you should be concerned about. But anyway, if you're one of those people, you're concerned about your spouse, nothing's going to happen to your spouse. If you're concerned that something will happen to your spouse because he is threatened to do something to your parents or to your child or to mess up someone's life that I can guarantee you that he will never know we even filed, right? Because he or she will never know that we filed for VAWA because we use my address as the alternate address. So I have a few minutes. Let me answer some questions. So people always ask me how much to file with me. Guys, I don't discuss that until I've had a consultation with you and I've had a chance to properly review all the facts of your situation. Then I quote you. Okay, so I won't give my quote out on here. Give me a call. Let's talk about it and we can see. I promise you I have payment plans, so you'll be able to pay if this is something you want to do. Okay. Cheating, it helps. So I just did a TikTok. It's like a 15-second TikTok video on my channel yesterday watch it and you'll see that cheating is one of the things we look for. So cheating absolutely qualifies and can help get you a VAWA. Okay, so there's not just one thing that will get you VAWA, but it's usually a collection of things. Okay, it could be a collection of only two things. But anyway, my job is to stretch it out. My job is to make the case for you. Whatever your situation is, don't be over there trying to think like, I don't know if I qualify or not, if I qualify or not. Just call me. I also want to recommend this other video that I did on YouTube that would really help if you're over there thinking, well, I'm not sure if I really qualify for VAWA. This is the only thing that's happening. That one thing could be an issue that spreads out in different areas and could be really make for a great VAWA case. So, but check this out on my channel. Let me write this up on YouTube at Immigration Helper. Okay, one word. How you guys doing? I'm just answering questions now, and I have 4 minutes before my next consultation. Okay, how long does VAWA process take? Again, that I also discuss only in my consultations. Okay, let's see. Can you change lawyers? Yes, people do change lawyers. How long does VAWA take to be okay? I believe VAWA takes a little faster. In my experience, my VAWA cases take faster than my I-130s. That's my experience. So that's in response to too short. Guys, let me put my charger on. Before my laptop goes off, sorry. I'm still here, guys. Still here. I just need to charge my phone. Laptop, sorry. All right, guys. So where was I? I'm in a bad situation, but I have a 2-year green card. Can I divorce? Yes, absolutely yes. And that's the other thing I talk about in the other videos. 7 things you should know about VAWA and do I qualify for VAWA? Yes, absolutely yes. You can divorce at any time in the VAWA process, either in the beginning before we file or at the end or in the middle, and it doesn't affect you. Okay. Only thing you cannot do is remarry when you're doing a VAWA application. Okay, because it's based on your prior marriage. So remarrying is kind of contradictory. But you can divorce, you can separate, do whatever you want to do, except for remarry on a VAWA application. Okay. For citizenship, guys, if you know my charges, I only charge after I've discussed someone's case in detail. Okay. So, Mustafa, give me a call. We'll talk about it. All right. Okay, guys. Yes, absolutely. To Lord Paruku, yes. For a lot of my cases, for the fee that I charge includes handling deportation proceedings. So I always include it in my fee. So yes, if you're in deportation proceedings, call me like yesterday. I got you. And actually, I'll be able to get you taken out in a few months after we file. I'll be able to get you taken out of deportation proceedings. So if you're listening to me and you're already in deportation proceedings, not too late, I can still help you. I'll be able to get you taken out a few months usually after we filed your VAWA application, once we get some things coming in from your application. Okay. All right. Somebody says can't use it in heaven. Yeah, you can't use your green card in heaven. You got to be alive to enjoy your green card. You guys, if you missed it, you're just joining. I was talking about earlier, like how this VAWA thing is so great and so evolutionary and so legendary and so much better even than an application that you can file with a spouse, right? Because it actually requires less documents from you. It requires more legal work from me, but less documents from you. It gives you emotional freedom and psychological freedom. It gives you so many benefits. So it has all these benefits that people are just starting to find out about. But I was saying that even with all these benefits, like you've got to be alive to experience the benefits of VAWA. So if you're in a dangerous situation with your spouse, or you know someone who's in a dangerous situation with your spouse, please send them this video or let them know about this video and let them say, hey, Wafula said, you better get the hell about that house. If your spouse has been threatening to kill you for a while and you're still in that house with that person, I don't know what to tell you. because there's been so many people who have died from domestic violence this year. It's not even a joke. And when you've been going through this, you keep excusing it. You keep saying, "Oh, he won't do it. He loves me." If he loved you, or if she loved you, she wouldn't. Anyway, let me stop there. Just be alive. That's what I'm saying. To enjoy a green card. Make sure you're alive. Okay, and you know what I mean by that. I never advise divorce. That's not my thing. It's sacred. It's not my place. But it is in my place if you're my client and you tell me your spouse is waving a gun, oftentimes telling you is going to harm you indirectly or directly, and you're still in that house. Then I will tell you, I think you need to get the hell out of that house. Yeah, I'll tell you that. Okay. All right, guys. I get a little passionate when I talk about that for some personal reasons as well. All right. Okay. Let's see. Even if the denial was 2018, yes, I can still help. Now, it depends. Doesn't matter when the denial really was, actually, anyway. But it does matter when you got divorced. Now, let me talk a little bit, guys, and I have to go about divorce. If you are divorced and you've been divorced less than 2 years, if you know someone who experienced this, got out of that situation, is now divorced, and has been divorced for less than 2 years currently, less than 2 years, tell them to call me ASAP. Let's file the application, because immediately it hits 2 years above after their divorce, they no longer qualify for VAWA. Again, if you or someone you know is divorced and got out of bad marriage or toxic marriage, okay, but they don't have any green card and they're looking to remarry, tell them, no, don't do that. File for VAWA with Wafula. Okay, the reason why is because VAWA, well, if you have someone who knows what they're doing, it's going to be much easier, much better to get a 10-year green card through VAWA than through marriage-based application. Also, the other advantage of VAWA is that on VAWA, you get a 10-year green card. Through a spouse, most people get a 2-year conditional green card, which means at the end of those 2 years, you're still going to have to file another application to show immigration that you married this person for real love. So to avoid all that crap, just file a VAWA. Okay. All right. You can only deal with marriage, green card. No, I do so many other things. I do asylum. I do consular processing. I do so many other things, but these are just my jam. These are my passion. All right, guys, I have got to go, guys. Catch me live. I'll try to come back again later today or tomorrow. All right, share, like. This video is live on Instagram or YouTube, and it's also live on TikTok. You can find me at TikTok at Abogada Liz. Okay, I'm at Abogada Liz. You can find my TikTok name on my Instagram vids, because I usually repost all my TikToks. So today I'm live on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. All right, and maybe later I'll come back live on